like sometimes like you think like these are all planned. They're not. I literally will just talk my life away. To another episode of Richa Rants. My name is Richa Anurag. Welcome to the fam. To actually hop on here and give my top tips on confidence. Overall, when it comes to confidence, I think that a lot of people think it's just like an automatic switch that can come on. It's something that kind of has to be practiced, and also it takes time to develop confidence. So I wanted to kind of give like my top tips on confidence that I give myself. I tell myself on those days where I'm really not feeling confident. And yeah, let's just get right into it. My first overall like note, I guess, would be that confidence really is majority just pretending and putting on an act. Confidence is an act, essentially. Like for me, like I see people like Rihanna, Beyonce, I see them as like, oh my god, they're so confident. But we all know that they're human. And Rihanna, who I love, she's like a queen of mine. She literally said, I was asking her like, what do you do on those days like where you don't feel confident? And she was like, pretend. For girls, like it can be just like putting on an outfit and wearing like some heels. Find ways, honestly, to almost like put on like a persona, almost like an alter ego that that you put on those days like when you're not feeling super confident. I'll play music. This is a good one. I play some really like dope music, like where I will like listen to it and I'll be in my own zone. Some people, it can be rap, the catchy pop songs, house music, R&B, songs that really make you feel just like you were the flyest person in the room. Find something out there that really just gets you into the zone, and people are gonna be looking at you like you're a whole different person. Posture is also another thing that I also want to bring in mind. Roll them shoulders back and you're automatically 10 times more confident. You may have a lot of insecurities bottled up, but basically you're covering it up with your incredible confidence. Even when you fake it and you say all these kind of like weird like sayings like I'm amazing, I'm incredible, I'm this, you'll actually start to believe it and be like, I am amazing, I am incredible. So it works for me a lot, so hopefully it can help you too. Finding those things that make you special. Listing out all of the characteristics that really make you special. When I'm in like those episodes where I'm really just not feeling confident and I'm comparing myself a lot, I actually have like a whole other little talk about comparison. Yeah, so make sure you watch that. I go in a little bit more depth about that. When you're in those episodes of negativity, essentially, right? I really will sometimes like force myself to list out the amazing qualities about myself. I have an old soul. I have very, very deep thoughts. I'm very helpful. I care about people and I care about their well-being. I have incredible hair. Like every time I wash my hair, I'm telling you, I feel like a brand new woman, honey, okay? Like simple stuff like that. You genuinely take the time, there's no shortcut, to do the work in order to find the confidence in yourself. Find out what makes you unique and what makes you stand out. You realize that standing out isn't a bad thing. And then once you have that list of what makes you special, you realize like, oh, that's amazing. When you have that thought process going on, it's game over because you now know exactly what makes you incredible. Journaling is very popular. And you're just like writing all that negativity out, getting that off your chest, which is good. It's a healthy way of getting that negativity out. Even one thing, find that one thing that really, really makes you stand out. Focus on it, look at that, and you will realize like just how amazing you are. And you're the only one who knows yourself best, so you gotta do the work, okay? Another thing is just honestly surrounding yourself with people who genuinely want the best for you. It definitely happen a lot where you're gonna surround yourself by people who really will want to dim your light or not really want the best for you. Be kind of like sideline haters a little bit, mate. You can definitely spot it. Finding those people that genuinely want the best for you is the most important. Like for me, like it's my parents, my brother. I've made some really incredible friends at college, my very close high school friends that I have. Those people who genuinely love me for me, and I don't have to be anything but myself. Of course, there's going to be scenarios where you're going to have to be around people who you may not want to be around. Just remind yourself again of those qualities about yourself that make you special. That's the most important thing. When it comes to the people that you choose to surround yourself with, make sure that you're spending it with people who really, really like you and not the fake version of you. Once I started to surround myself with people who really like me for me, that was when the most amount of confidence came out. I didn't have to dim myself down. I didn't have to feel weird about myself. I really was just myself and I didn't care. And that was when I started to be the most happy and I started to be the most confident. So make sure you are with the right people. Okay. Last thing, I think I actually mentioned it in a whole other video, which was about positivity. So make sure you give that a watch. It really is all about your attitude. I had the worst attitude. I was like, nah, this is just like, I just can't do it. I can't do it. And I remember my dance teacher actually said something. Would always be so mad at me every time I said I can't do it. He's like, you don't ever say that in my class. If you say that you can't do it, you won't be able to do it. If you really shift your attitude and stop saying I can't and stop saying I have to, you really have to find those ways to shift your attitude. No one wants to be around someone who's always negative, who's always complaining, someone who always sees the bad in everybody, because it just ruins the vibe. Usually if you're someone who is insecure, naturally, because if you see someone else confident, instead of wanting to admire their confidence, you're actually wanting to dim their light down because you're so full of negativity that you just want to like put them down. And that's not good, because we don't ever want to make people feel bad for feeling good about themselves. So you should never feel bad for feeling good about yourself. If you guys have not like watched The Real Daytime, I love that show. I watched so many clips when it was on the air. Like, they were talking about confidence and how people are now feeling ashamed for showing confidence, because we've been so used to being negative about ourselves. People feel bad for complimenting themselves. It should not be the case at all. If I say that I feel pretty, if I say this out loud maybe to like someone else, someone honestly who's watching this video may consider me to be so full of myself, may think that like I'm just doing the most. Can't say that you're feeling good about yourself without coming off as cocky or full of yourself. Cockiness and like being full of yourself, you think that you're all of it and you're not acknowledging anybody. It's like all about you, and that's not what confidence is about. Confidence is making other people feel confident, because that's my whole goal. Is I want to make sure all my babies out there, all you lovely people who have taken the time to watch me, if you're making it all the way to the end of this video, I appreciate y'all. Like, I really do. If I'm making a difference and helping someone out there who's maybe not feeling the best in themselves and I'm actually giving back, that is confidence. It's not about dimming someone else down. That's not what it's about. Realize that it really is all in your head. It really is all in your head. You are someone who can start looking at the positive light instead of the negative. You're gonna start actually experiencing confidence, because you're realizing that you are actually focusing more on the good qualities about yourself instead of your insecurities and maybe your flaws per se. I used to be very insecure about my chubby cheeks. Like the way that my face is and the way that my body is, like I have chubby cheeks. Like, I can't deny that. I remember my dad would always play with my cheeks. He would call them like rasgulla, which is like an Indian dessert. Every time like I smile, I think of my dad. I think of like, you know, being a little girl who was always happy. And would I ever tell that little girl to like feel bad about her face? No, I would never ever do that. Would you ever tell your friend like, oh, she's this, she's that? No, you would never talk to your friend like that. So why the hell would you talk to yourself like that and be like, well, it's not the same for me? It's girl, bro, you're not that different. You're all one little speck in this whole damn universe. You shining, but there are a bunch of diamonds shining. You're there, but like, not everybody is noticing. And that should be a good thing, because again, climbing the same tree just on different sides. Just realizing that it really is all in your head. Conclusion. That was my little like few tips on confidence and how to practice it on those days when you're just really not feeling confident. Hopefully you got something out of it. It always means so much whenever I hear people saying that like some of this actually does help. Even if it's those few people that it does, that's all that I care about. And thank you so much for watching again. I'm very much interested in doing like other videos other than just talking. Let me know any sort of videos that you guys want me to do. I would love to do them. See you guys in the next video. Bye!